So let's talk about stimulus, because this is one of the biggest questions I get. I continue to get questions and comments and emails every single day. And this is from dozens of people, if not hundreds, every single day, that they are wondering, are we going to see additional stimulus checks in 2023? The answer is actually yes. We are seeing stimulus checks. We're seeing them in many different cities and counties and states. As far as from the federal level, well, the stimulus is actually coming in a different way. I want to address what that is. Now, keep in mind, I've told you this for the past 2 years. Stimulus checks are not just going to be handed to us. It's not just going to be like, hey, oh, you need an extra $1,000? Here you go. That's not the way stimulus is going to work. The stimulus that we're seeing right now from a federal level, okay, keep this in mind, it's coming from student loan payment, the student loan payment pause. Okay, that's a big one. That is considered stimulus. Okay, it's helping stimulate the economy, it's helping stimulate people's bank accounts because they don't have to make that additional payment of $400 per month or whatever it may be at this time. So that's some of the stimulus that we're seeing. The other stimulus that we've seen in the past and heard of is the child tax credit payments. There are still lawmakers trying to get this passed. Still lawmakers are trying to discuss this, figure out a way to get this into the next bill, into not the debt ceiling, but into the government funding bill for fiscal year 2024. This is what we are thinking is going to happen because we're seeing multiple lawmakers discuss it and push this forward. If we can get an additional $3,600 per year child tax credit payments, the $300 per month boost that will go out to parents, that would be massive stimulus. That'd be massive. But at the same time, experts and economists are warning that we have to get inflation down first. Once we get inflation down, it will make this entire process that much easier and much simpler. So, let me show you some other stimulus. And this is actually coming from different cities and counties. And again, this is big. And I bring this up because at this time, you know where all the money is? It's in the states. The cities, the counties, they have it. Not the federal government. The federal government already issued the $350 billion package to state and local governments. So yeah, they're just waiting on that money. They are going to send it out. They will eventually, hopefully. Let's pray that they do. But that's already out there. So look at this. So this is a $4,000 stimulus check. It says it's possible how to get it. Well, this is actually coming for San Diego families. If you were negatively impacted because of COVID in San Diego, right now they will give a $1,000 or a $4,000 grant. Now, this actually started on Monday, okay, this past week. So this started on Monday, and it's going to go to 2,250 San Diego families, okay? So that's actually pretty big news that over 2,000 people are going to get it. It's going to be a $4,000, a one-time payment. One time. That's it. $4,000. That's pretty substantial. Just let me know and comment down in the comment section below. Even if you don't live in San Diego, what would an additional $4,000 do for you and your family? Could you pay off a car or a credit card or get caught up on rent? Could you put some money aside in savings? Don't tell me you're going to go and buy Bitcoin. Okay, don't tell me that. Right? But what could you do? Could you start an investment fund? Not an investment fund, but could you start, your beginning of an investment, right? Put some money into a mutual fund or something like that. Just put some money into an emergency fund. What would you do with $4,000? Comment down in the comment section below. Here's another one. Look at this. Stimulus check update. Direct payment worth $500 for families, for more than 300 families to be sent in 5 days. Now, it says right here, in just 5 days, a program sending $500 per month to 305 families in Sonoma County, California. This is going to be the next payment. It says the Pathway of Income Equity Pilot Program selected 305 families out of 6,450 applicants to be eligible. Applicants have to have at least one child under the age of 6. This is what we're seeing right now, okay? This is what we're seeing. We're seeing cities and states and counties, they are targeting low-income families. They're targeting the elderly, and this is good targeting, and they're also targeting people with children. because now what we're seeing is they are trying to get the additional help, the relief, out to those that actually need it. Not the individual single person that has a job and makes $150,000 per year. They don't need an additional $200 per month. They just don't need it. Look at this one. It says stimulus check update. Direct payments worth $800 to be paid out to recipients in 3 days. Look at this. In only 3 days, a guaranteed income program in Palm Springs, California will begin paying selected residents $800 per month. Okay? This is actually going to go on for 18 months. $800 for 18 months. That's pretty good. You could be making additional, let's say you make $100,000 per year. This right here would actually bring in, 18 months, 800, $16,600. It's about over $16,000. That's pretty good. Again, pretty good in my opinion. All right, that's one. Here's another one. Direct payment worth $500 to be sent to Minneapolis residents in 8 days. Guess why this is important? Because it's not in California. Everything else was in San Diego, Palm Springs, Sonoma County. This one, Minneapolis. Let's look into it. This one says a guaranteed income program in Minneapolis will process its next payment to recipients in 8 days. The payment is part of the Minneapolis Guaranteed Basic Income Pilot, which began in June 2022, and is expected to continue paying recipients monthly cash payments through June 2024. A total of 200 households were selected to receive payments from this program, all of whom who can spend the $500 payments in whatever way suits them best, according to the city's website. That's what we're seeing. This is why this is such a big deal, because now we're not being told that, okay, you're going to get a tax credit and you have to qualify by doing this and this and this, and then hopefully you spend that money on utilities or on your property taxes or things like that. Nice thing is you can spend this money on whatever you want. Now, why is this such a big deal? Again, I bring this up because cities, states, counties, they still have billions of dollars in stimulus funding. In this, from I believe the American Rescue Plan. Remember that part of the $305 or $50 billion that was sent out from taxpayer dollars to the states and local governments. They can use this money for COVID-related things. Sending people money because, like it says right here, they were negatively impacted by COVID. Yeah, that is a COVID-related thing. So things like this are going to start to come out a little more frequently. I will try my best to give you an update on these additional stimulus plans and programs. Just understand, I'm not going to do a stimulus update every single day. I did that a couple years ago. People loved it. That's when there was a lot of stimulus money out there. Right now, it's hit and miss. Certain cities, certain states, certain counties do have money, and it's starting to somewhat flow. But again, a lot of people are not going to get it. So that is my update for today. If you have any questions regarding stimulus, please ask your questions down in the comment section below. As always, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.